All right, everyone, let's recap a bit. Under the Constitution of the United States, what does it say? It states, under Article 6, Clause 3, in plain terms, no federal office holder or employee can be required to adhere to or accept any particular religion or doctrine as a prerequisite to holding federal office or federal government job. So, it's called the No Religious Test Clause. Now, if you go deeper into it, it says there shall be a separation of church and state. No religion within the state. It's called the No Religious Test, basically. And if someone were to try to implement Christianity laws into the nation, they would forbid it. They'd be all over it. But it says right here, the people have asked me, and they've asked other people, what did the previous administration do that was unconstitutional? I'm showing you now. They said that these states, which shall be made, they said, the Bill of Rights and the amendments, right here, American Civil Liberties Union, fuss about Christianity every day. They fuss about believers in Christ every day. But it says right here, the First Amendment prohibits the government from encouraging or promoting or establishing religious laws or religion in any way in the United States. Well, back on September 2nd, 2011, which mysteriously is only 9 days away from September 11th, 2011, states' efforts to outlaw the Islamic State were considered anti-Semitism related. Not anti-Semitic related, but they said it resembled anti-Semitism. Really? Anti-Semitism is the hating of a particular group of people, the hating of the Jews. It caused mass murder of Jews. They're completely different things. Newt Gingrich was warning about it. They were teaching Islamic law in school. Yet the previous administrations told the New York Times, the previous administration said, do not fear Islamic law in America, because that is considered the same as anti-Semitism. Establishing Islamic law or Sharia law or a religious law in the United States, which the previous administration was doing across several states and districts, is unconstitutional, because Sharia law is religious law. And under Article 6, Clause 3, which the ACLU claims to uphold, the Bill of Rights prohibits the government from promoting any religion in the United States or any religious law in the United States. Yet Obama said, don't fear Islamic law in America because it's just like anti-Semitism to hate against it. New York Times, September 2nd, 2011. Once again, you see right here, Sharia law is religious law. And they said, don't fear implementing it into the United States. Well, if that's the case, the previous administration should be held accountable for unconstitutional acts, which is grounds for impeachment. But he was not impeached. Because under Article 6, Clause 3 of the Constitution, it forbids religious law being implemented into the United States of any kind. And if it had been the other way around, the ACLU would have been all over it. And those in charge would have been all over it. And they would have been impeaching the previous administration under the grounds of an unconstitutional act, which you see right here I have complete evidence of. Here's your evidence. You can't deny it. The reasons why the previous administration should have been impeached. Yet they're focusing on this administration as if nothing happened during the previous one that was illegal. But yet, they start calling the 14th Amendment out, which prohibits discrimination of religion when it's for a different religion. But yet, they don't talk about the Bill of Rights and the amendments stating that no religious law is allowed into the United States under Article 6, Clause 3. But yet Obama said it's discrimination if you don't allow their laws over here. And then the New York Times subsequently said, don't fear Islamic law in America, which is the same as saying, don't fear religious law in America. Right here, black and white. Under Article 6, Clause 3, those were grounds of impeachment of the previous administration. This should be looked into, and he should be prosecuted for those charges. Signing out with the truth. I'll talk later. This has been Truth Watcher News.